अस्सलाम वालेकुम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Today we'll be doing a maths question which is from one of the most important topics, the expansion and factorization of algebraic expressions. Let's start with the question. The question says, a man is now 5 times as old as his son. 4 years ago, the product of their ages was 52. Find their present ages. The first step involved in solving these type of questions is rereading the question and underlining the important points. A man is now 5 times as old as his son. 4 years ago, the product of their ages was 52. Find their present ages. Let's start the question by setting a variable which refers to the present age of the son. Let's say that the present age of the son is x. So let the boy be x years old now. Underlining now because this is important. X is the present age of the son. So if x is the present age of the son, then what will be the father's age? As the question says that the man is 5 times as old as his son, so the father must be 5x. These 3 dots that I have drawn, these are the symbol which refers to therefore. Okay, so therefore his father is 5x years old. Okay, so 4 years ago the product of their ages was 52. Okay, so let's first define what was the boy's age 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, the boy's age would be x minus 4, right? And the father's age would be 5x minus 4. We are subtracting 4 from 5x, which is the present age of the father. Now, the second part of the question is that the product of their ages 4 years ago was 52. Now it's time to form the equation which is the basis of our question. Okay, so x minus 4 multiplied by 5x minus 4 is equal to 52. Now let's solve this equation. So this x will multiply with this 5x as well as this 4, and we'll get 5x squared minus 4x. Similarly, this minus 4 will multiply by 5x as well as this minus 4. So we'll get minus 20x plus 16, and this equals 52. Now simplifying the equation, we have 5x squared, this minus 4x and minus 20x adds up to get minus 24x plus 16, which equals 52. Now bringing 52 on the left hand side, we have 5x squared minus 24x plus 16 minus 52 equals 0. So plus 16 and minus 52, we get minus 36. So 5x squared minus 24x minus 36 equals 0. Now we have to form factors. Now we have to break this middle term 24x into two factors, which when added up give minus 24 and which when multiplied give the product of the first and the last term 36 and 5, which is 180. So we have to break the middle term minus 24 into two factors which when multiplied give 180 and when added give minus 24. So by hit and trial we come to a conclusion that minus 30 and plus 6 are two factors which when multiplied give 180 and when added give minus 24. So 5x squared minus 30x plus 6x minus 36 equals 0. Now, taking out the terms which are common in the first two expressions and in the last two expressions. So in the first two expressions, we have 5x which is common. So x minus 6. And the last two terms, the term which is common is just the number 6. So 6 and inside we have x minus 6 and this equals 0. Now in this larger expression, x minus 6 is common. So we have x minus 6 is taken out as common. And here we write 5x plus 6, which is the left behind part of the equation. So x minus 6 multiplied by 5x plus 6 equals 0. For any expression to be 0, for example, if a multiplied by b equals 0, then either a or b equals 0. Either of them must be 0 for this to hold true. Either a is 0 or b is 0. Applying the same formula here, we have either x minus 6 equals 0 or 5x plus 6 equals 0. So if x minus 6 equals 0, then x is 6. And if 5x plus 6 equals 0, then x is minus x by 5. Since the boy's age, now what was x? Now we go up and see what was x. So x was the boy's age, the present age. So since the boy cannot be minus 6 by 5 years old, thus we ignore this. And the boy must be 6 years old. So this is the age of the present age of the son, which is 6 years old. And now how to calculate the father's age? So the father, we at the start of the question we said if son was x, father was 5x. So the father's present age is 5x. 5 multiplied by 6, which is 30. Thus father is 30 years old. Hence we have the present ages of the father as well as the son. Now just to double check this one, just to recheck that if these answers are correct or not, we must go back and read the question again, which says 4 years ago the product of their ages was 52. So 4 years ago, the boy must be 6 minus 4 and the father must be 30 minus 4. And the product must be equal to 52. 6 minus 4 is 2 and 30 minus 4 is 26, which is actually 52. Thus, this equation holds true and our answers that we calculated, 6 and 30, are the correct son's and father's present age. Thank you.